Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Violet and this is Atlas, my service dog. I'm just gonna do kind of a day in a life of a service dog getting ready for Universal. As you saw in our last video, we are going to Universal Studios Orlando. We're so excited. I can't believe that we're actually doing it. I never thought I'd be able to do it again, but thanks to Atlas and what he does for me, I'm able to do that. And it's the first time we're going to do something like that as a team. So I just want to document the process of us getting ready for it for the next couple weeks. You know, whether that be training or, you know, getting stuff for it and all that. And yeah, bring you guys along to document the journey. And yeah, we're just on a sniffy walk right now before the day begins because we have some errands to run today. And yeah, let's get into it. This is one of his favorite things to do, is swing, and it is so funny. Just chilling. You a happy boy? So I'm tired. Can you spin? Roll. Bow. Good. Sit. Wave. No. Sit. Wave. Wave. Yes. Pretty. Good. Wave. Good. Oh. Atlas. That way. That way. Get your ball. That way. And before I forget, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. After we played fetch and went on a sniffy walk, we went ahead and ran some errands, and we are in our local neighborhood small Walmart, or small mart as we call it, to get some things for our Universal trip. And then afterwards I had to run to the doctor's office to get something important, and then I had to go to Kroger to pick up my prescriptions. Good boy. Gonna get some things for the trip. Being a good boy. Can you block? Block. Block. All the way. Good. Good job. Stay. So we just got done running into my doctor's office because I had to grab something important, and now we are at Kroger because I have to pick up some prescriptions that I need. So yeah, at Walmart I didn't film us checking out, but I also got toilet paper. But toilet paper is too big for me to film and hold, so I wasn't gonna do that. But anyways, yeah, off to Kroger we go, and I think this is our last big errand that we need to do today. Oh no, I need to go to the bank after this, but I'm just gonna go through the drive-thru for that. And then yeah, we might do something later with him for training for Universal. Thinking maybe we'll go to like the emptier mall in our area and have him sharpen his wheelchair skills, because there are times when I need a wheelchair. So, and I'm sure in Universal I may need to use one. So yeah, here we go. So you may have noticed that he has a new setup. It's a harness and a patch tab. You'll see a pull strap on there, but I'm not using it for any mobility because he's not 2 yet and he hasn't been approved by his vet to. So I'm putting it on him to get used to it because he's 1 year and 8 months now, and he will be starting that training soon once he gets approved. And so right now I just use it for sensory purposes, and it helps that way. So yeah, come. And this is where our day in the life turns into 3 days in life. So we ended up not recording anymore that day, but then a couple days later we went and got my boyfriend's haircut at this really cool modern barbershop. It was pretty cool. It was a new experience for all of us. There was loud music. There was a lot of like hair clip supplies, noises going on. He's been with me to get my hair cut, but I just go to Great Clips, so it was nothing like that. So it was a pretty good experience for us all. And then a couple days later, we ended up going to Bass Pro Shop, which is connected to the Not Busy Mall in our area, to practice our wheelchair skills. And he has practiced with the wheelchair a couple times, but I just wanted to really sharpen his skills. He's maybe only done this like 3 other times. He did pretty good, and here we're practicing getting the button, and I'm just having him practice next to a wheelchair and practice his like retrieval skills and mobility, some of his mobility tasks that don't require, heavy mobility, because we're going to Universal, and part of my disability is dynamic, and sometimes I may need to use a wheelchair depending on how bad my pain is, or if I'm having a bad medical day or whatever it may be. I do use a wheelchair when I need it, so I wanted him to really have his skills sharpened before we go to someplace as big and as busy and full of stimuli as Universal, and I really just wanted to set him up for success really with it. So that's why we went ahead and made a training outing out of this. Hey, this would be a good way for us to jog as a family. And here I am pushing myself in the wheelchair, practicing my own skills, using it on my own. Typically, whenever I need a wheelchair, usually my boyfriend or whoever I'm with is pushing me because I'm not feeling well enough to push myself. But my boyfriend thought it would be a good idea for me to practice a little, since in the case of going to Universal, there might be times when I might be left alone in a wheelchair if I need it. And I need to move myself out the way, and I agreed, so I decided to practice a little. This wheelchair was really old and rickety and hard to push myself in, so not the best chair to do this in, but hey, it was practice anyways. And here I tell Atlas to try and maneuver himself back a little and heel a little back, I guess, is the best way I can describe it. Preferably, I'd like his shoulders to be where my torso is, but he was a little ahead. And that's just for safety reasons. If I need to turn, I don't want to run into him. So it's something that we are going to have to work on more in the future. And luckily, I didn't need a wheelchair when we went to Universal. We took plenty of breaks, and I made sure to really, pay attention to how I was feeling. I made sure to listen to Atlas when he would alert to me. So crisis averted with needing a wheelchair while going to Universal. But for the future, I would like to teach him better placement on the wheelchair. And I did end up hooking the end of his leash to the wheelchair. There was a little loop there, just because I felt like the leash was dangling a little too low, and I felt that that was dangerous. But I do feel like that didn't help with his placement. So in the future, at least we know what to expect. But hey, that's part of training. You live and you learn. Nobody's perfect. And here we're practicing our turns in a very empty area of this mall. And he's doing pretty good. At first, he wasn't really going with us whenever we would turn outwards. He would kind of linger out a little bit, and there was a little tension on the leash. But after quite a bit of practices, he ended up doing much better and paying much more attention. But hey, again, this is what training is for. I mean, he's not going to be perfect. He's only done this maybe 3 other times. And it's why we're practicing before we go to Universal, just in case I needed it. So he wasn't completely rusty whenever we would go. And yeah, I just wanted to pop in and describe what was happening here. Bootleg Tigger.
It's officially licensed to you.
Oh, is it? Heel. Slow. And right here, as my boyfriend pans back to me, you guys see the end result of Atlas trying to alert to me. He's never alerted in a wheelchair before. Usually he jumps when he alerts, but because I'm in a wheelchair and these foot stirrup things are in the way, he kind of did a makeshift pawing motion, and also put his head on my leg as if to boop. And so I keep trying to push forward and trying to train through, and then eventually I look to my boyfriend and he can tell that I'm not feeling well, so he says maybe I should take over and you should listen to Atlas. And so I did, and he wheelchaired me the rest of the way. But this is your reminder to listen to your service dogs, because Atlas was indeed correct that I was about to go into an episode had I kept wheelchairing myself, because that is how hard this wheelchair was to wheel on my own. Hi.
Alert.
Back. He doesn't quite know how to in the chair.
I guess that counts.
This is why when he's 2, I'm going to teach him to pull my wheelchair.
You're not 2 yet, boy?
Sit. Sit.
Oh, flip the camera. You did a good job. I know.
You're doing good. What?
So good.
Yeah. Only like the 3rd time. Leave it. Healed. It does mine, unfortunately. Atlas, close up.
I don't think it does mine.
Touch. 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 Yeah.
There it is. Oh, Bill.
Back. Close up. Good job. Touch. Touch. Good job. Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
Pulls up. Back. Leave it. Pulls up. Good boy. Good job. Yeah, that's good. Ew, it's so bad right now. And then the 3rd day, we gave him a bath. We went to Tractor Supply, probably the next day or 2 days later, we gave him a bath. And I also groomed him, so I gave him a little trim. I trimmed his nails, I trimmed some parts of his fur, like his belly, sanitary area, paw pads, his tail, his ears. that kind of stuff, just because I wanted him to be nice and fresh and clean and look all neat and orderly for our trip, because we don't want a stinky, grubby puppy going throughout, you know, places that are non-pet friendly. And yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.